Dorsalgia, or unspecified back pain, often occurs between the shoulder blades, like a dull or stabbing pain, as if you had a knife stabbing in your back. There are two main reasons why this type of discomfort appears: lack of mobility and lack of strength. That's why over the next few minutes I'm going to show you a whole range of exercises to improve thoracic mobility and strengthen all the interscapular muscles. Join me so we can improve your dosage together. I am Marco Sacristan, and this is Physiotherapy at your fingertips. To carry out the routine, you will need a mat, a sofa, and a stick like this one, which can simply be the handle of your broom. We are going to start with two very pleasant stretches. So pleasant that they will convince you to stay until the end of the video. Kneel in front of the sofa. Then place your elbows on the sofa like this. From there it's very simple. The only thing you have to do is sit back on your heels, opening the angle between the arm and the torso, letting yourself fall down, performing a nice extension position in the dorsal spine. Once you reach the maximum of what you can, hold for 45 seconds. The dorsal area is usually always in flexion, hunched forward. To this simple stretch, we are going to reverse that posture and we are going to work in extension. That's why it's an extremely pleasant stretch if you have pain between the shoulder blades. We've done 20. 30. 40. And 45, nice, right? Next, place your right arm stretched out on the sofa and place your left one underneath, this way maintaining the same position, leaning on the sofa, sitting slightly on your heels. What we need to do is slide the left arm along the floor as far as possible, rotating the entire dorsal area. Go as far as you can, hold for about 45 seconds, and repeat on the opposite side. Dorsal rotation is one of the abilities that is most frequently lost in our spine. That's why its recovery and work can give such good sensations. If you can't hold for 45 seconds, simply stop, hold for a few seconds, and repeat from 20. 30, 40. 40. And 45. Slowly return to the starting position. Place your left arm on the sofa and then perform the same exercise with your right arm, passing under the left arm and reaching as far as you can. Once you're comfortable, hold the position for 45 seconds.
$20.
30. 40. And 45. All routines to work the dorsal area tend to be quite demanding on the shoulder. If this is your case and you have shoulder discomfort when doing this stretch, you can simply do the variant on all fours, sliding your arm underneath as far as possible. On one side, holding for 45 seconds, and then on the opposite side. The important point in this variant is that the head should not rest on the mat at any time, as resting it loses that tension, it loses that feeling of stretching in the dorsal area. Let's proceed to the next one. Sit down with your legs crossed on your mat. This time you're going to need the stick. Place it in front of you and grab it as wide as you can. With your right arm, bring the stick as close as possible to your ear until it is on your back. Like this. Next, do the same with your left arm, passing the stick as close as possible to your right ear. And repeat right back, left forward. Right back, left forward. Right, passing very close to the left ear, left, passing very close to the right ear. And we repeat, we have 3, we complete 10 repetitions. The mobility of the dorsal area is closely linked to the mobility of the shoulder and the scapula. That's why it's very important to work on shoulder mobility for any recurring pain in the dorsal area. We have 6. 7. 8. 9. Last repetition in 10. Several things can happen when doing this exercise. The first one is that you can lower the stick and you stay at this level. Really, nothing happens. You can do the exercise as we have indicated behind the ear, leave the stick here and continue with the opposite arm without needing to lower the stick to the bottom. It's a good exercise, a good variant if you have mobility problems of the shoulder. Also, if you're not even able to take the stick behind your ear, I propose the following variant. Just place your stick behind. In this way, grab it with your hands in pronation, that is, the palm of your hand facing backwards. And from there, all you're going to have to do is extend your arms. It's important not to lean forward. You have to remain very upright throughout the exercise. But not just for this variant, but for all the exercises I just showed you sitting with your legs crossed. Very well. Once you have completed 10 repetitions of the variant that suits you best, we are going to move to the position of knight. Get on your knees with one knee sunk into the ground and the other foot in front. That you find yourself in a comfortable position. From here, extend your 2 arms forward. We start with the right arm, take the arm back, making a nice dorsal rotation as far as you can go. Once here, try to push with the right hand back and with the left hand forward, as if we wanted to split the body in half. This small gesture guarantees us good work, both in terms of musculature and mobility. In rotation, hold for a few seconds and return to the starting position. We are going to complete 10. Repetitions, rotation. We pull each arm forward and backward and then return to the starting position. We are going to do 3, pull, 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 pull. 4. 5. I personally like to accompany the right arm with the gaze. 6, 7, without forgetting that separation of last 2, 9 and 10. Very good. Rest for a moment. This type of exercises, as I've already told you, can be very demanding on the shoulders. Now we will have to repeat the same movement with the opposite arm, the left arm. To do this, place your arms in front of you again and make a rotation with the left arm, taking it as far back as possible. Once you get there, the most important point of the exercise, try to pull your hands to both sides, right hand forward, left hand backward. Hold for a few seconds and return to the starting position. Repeat 10 more times, 3, 2, following the arm, the left hand. With the gaze, it's not mandatory, but I think it gives better sensations when working on the rotation. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9. Last repetition and 10. Very good. Rest your arms on your thigh. It's quite demanding on the shoulders, so do some rotations to relax them. We change the support of the legs. Right leg in front, left leg behind, and we repeat again. This time we have to start with the right arm. Again, palms of the hands forward. We open the thorax with a maximum rotation. We push to each side with each of the hands, and we return to the initial position. 2, 3, 10 repetitions with each side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Rest your hands on your thigh, relax those shoulders a bit, and we finish with the last 10 repetitions, rotating to the opposite side. 1, without losing sight of the hand, with the gaze 2, and without forgetting that little pull we have to do to each side with our hands. And 10. Very well. Rest those shoulders. Even though it may seem like a silly exercise, I'm practically sweating. Take a small 1-minute break and drink a glass of water. Because we have already worked on the mobility of the dorsal area, next we are going to focus on the strengthening. Very well. We have finished with the mobility exercises. Now we are going to do 3 strengthening exercises that, in my opinion, are much easier than the mobility ones. First of all, you will have to recover the voice. Leave it up here. Secondly, get yourself a couple of books. They will help you support your head and put much less strain on your neck area. Place them on the mat. Lie down on your stomach and rest your head on the books. Like this, You might find it hard to find the right height. For me, for example, it would be 2 to 3 centimeters, no more. You can also use a small rolled up towel if it hurts when you rest your forehead on the books. Very well, extend your arms forward. Hold the stick in this way. Rest your head on the books and with your elbows fully extended, lift the stick slightly off the ground. Just a few centimeters. Hold it there for a few seconds and relax. For me, it's quite challenging as I lack a lot of mobility in the dorsal area, especially in extension. We need to complete 10 repetitions. Join me so it doesn't feel as long. Let's go with the second lift. And descend. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Let's go with the last one in 10. Has it really been demanding? Put the cane aside again. We're definitely not going to need it anymore. Next, I'm going to lie down a bit higher so everything can be seen better. In the camera. Up. Rest your head back on the books again. This time, place your arms on both sides. From here, all you have to do is close your shoulder blades together and raise your arms. Count to 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and relax. Remember, first step, close the shoulder blades, and second, raise the arms. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we continue until complete. 10 repetitions. Homoplates and arms. Homoplates and arms. We've been carrying 5. Scapulus and arms. 6. Homoplatos and arms. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9. Last repetition, homoplates and arms, and 10. Very good to get the book that sticks. To get a better workout of the back muscles, you can support with your forehead on the books, so that the cervical area has absolutely no intervention nor muscular action on the exercise. I forgot to say it for the more adventurous, those who are athletes and want to reach a higher level. We can add weight to both the stick exercise and this dumbbell exercise to make it much more challenging. In my opinion, gravity is more than enough. Let's go with the last strengthening exercise. Again, support your head. This time we're going to place our arms on both sides of the body, stretched out. Place your hands perpendicular to the floor with your thumb resting on the floor approximately at a 30-degree angle to your body. And from there, close them like plates to start and then raise your arms a few centimeters off the ground. Hold for a few seconds, 3, 4, 5 and relax, and repeat another 10 repetitions like plates and arms. Relax. Well, let's go with the third. Fourth. Fourth. Fifth, sixth. Not forgetting the shoulder blades and then the arms. We have 3 left. Shoulder blades and arms. 2. Shoulder blades and arms. 1. Last repetition, shoulder blades and arms. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Even the book has stuck to my forehead from the effort I'm making. Incredible routine, my friends. Very well. I personally congratulate you for making it this far. Without a doubt, you're doing everything necessary to alleviate the dosage. Repeat the routine 3 or 4 times a week. You should note results from the first session, especially with the first stretches I taught you at the beginning of the routine. Don't lower your arms and be persistent. It is only by doing exercises, becoming more mobile and stronger, that you will be able to completely get rid of this type of discomfort. If what you do is walk sitting all day, I additionally recommend you to watch this video that is here, which will give you other tips and very useful exercises for your day. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, that you can share it with those who need it, and that you come back to my channel from time to time in search of more quality content.